Now, many people are concerned that platforms can ban elected leaders. I am too.
We're in a new age of political communication. In the past, the way information was managed from leaders was fairly straightforward. Now, there's a whole world of social media sites which are grappling with how to police world leaders and politicians who violate their guidelines. Former Danish Prime Minister Helle Thorning-Schmidt is a member of Facebook's oversight board.
You can't just invent rules as they go along. All users should basically be equal, and they have to follow their own standards and their own rules. Also, when they decide which sanctions they should impose on their users.
Most platforms have rules that give greater latitude to world leaders, elected officials, and political candidates.
The system isn't perfect, but it's the best approach that we've found.
Facebook, for example, has a newsworthiness exemption, allowing politicians rule-breaking posts if the public interest outweighs the harm.
Different businesses and services will have different policies, some more liberal than others. We believe it's critical this variety continues to exist.
Twitter says it errs on the side of leaving content up when it is in the public interest, keeping a record to hold leaders accountable. YouTube says it does not have different rules for world leaders, though it has loopholes that allow certain news coverage of politicians making rule-breaking statements. Most sites then base their policies on a balance of harm versus public interest. But where the red line of leniency should lie isn't always straightforward. Take former US President Donald Trump. After the Capitol riot on January 6th, Trump was banned or indefinitely suspended from a slew of sites, including Twitter, Snapchat, Twitch, and Facebook. Some saw the bans as too little, too late. Others, a worrying act of censorship. For Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, the political climate justified the decision. He said the risks of allowing Trump to use Facebook were, quote, simply too great. Human rights groups have implored for consistency when it comes to other global leaders. Take Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei, who's used Twitter to call for Israel's elimination. Or Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro, who posted discriminatory content on indigenous citizens on Facebook. In March, Facebook did put a 30-day freeze on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's page for spreading COVID-19 misinformation. Earlier this year, it also banned Myanmar's military after they took power in a coup. Both Facebook and Twitter have called for input on their rules. Twitter opened a public survey, and Facebook created an independent oversight board to rule on a small slice of challenging content decisions.
I don't think that private companies should make so many decisions like this alone. We need an accountable process, which is why we created an independent oversight board that can overrule our decisions.
The board will spend the next 6 months determining a, quote, proportional response to Trump's suspension, a verdict that may chart how social media will treat rule-breaking leaders in the future.